Yo, it's oh shit. Hey, what up, folks? What's good? What's going on? It's F Dot, and I'm a big card game nerd. You guys know that. Recently, I've been casting some Hand of the Gods, which is Hi-Rez's offering. It's a little bit different. They've got like a tactical aspect to it, whole game board in addition to the whole card game thing. So I figure I'm gonna, you know, get my draft on. I like Constructed. I also like Limited a lot. And so I'm going to try this game in its limited environment. We'll see how it works out. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let's get to the game, shall we? So this is Hot Gods right here. We can play. I don't like have a good deck, so let's go Arena, and we'll work limited style. You can pay yellow or green. Looks like I have both. Let's pay yellow. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, sweet. So basically they have, the way this works is they have pantheons instead of colors or heroes like Magic or Hearthstone or anything. And you have like a leader ability. So, you know, Bellona's Roman, and she has the ability to move a unit up to 2 tiles away. He's obviously Mayan. His deal is he deploys a 1/1 zombie on the field. The zombie can only move 1 space, but a lot of the cards have synergy. He's got a lot of like seemingly tribal synergy with zombies. Destroy a zombie, removal that turns things into zombies. And then he has a really important card called Raise the Grave, which gives all zombies +3/+3. And then he also has Camazotz, which consumes all zombies to give him +X/+X, where X is equal to the amount of zombies you have on the playing field. So Apwash has like 2 main win cons that center around his whole like zombie deal. Apwash right now, very powerful in the meta. In Constructed. Limited, you can see how that might be a little bit of an issue. Zeus, give a friendly god +1/+1. As far as Constructed, Apwash is like kind of numero uno right now. Zeus doesn't really exist, and Bellona is just kind of bad. So these are interesting. I think, like I said, Apwash would kind of be the slam, but I'm pretty new to Limited. So, or yeah, I'm pretty new to Hand of the Gods in general, but Limited as well. So I feel like Zeus would be a little less dependent on some of the inherent Mayan synergies. And then Bellona, this is kind of nice. And Limited, the problem, you know what? Bellona might be nice. The problem with Bellona is that she has a lot of late game payoff, and in Constructed early game can kind of just wreck you. So here, I mean, maybe she could make use of it. Might be worthwhile. I'm honestly just going to flip a coin for this one. I don't have a coin to flip. Let's just go Zeus. I feel like boosting people +1/+1 is always generally a good idea. Hopefully I get some gods in the draft. Let's go. So we've got Arachne, which is a god, which vibes well with Zeus's +1/+1, right? At the end of your turn, spawn a Spiderling. So she's 5 for a 5/5. Passes the vanilla test, I suppose. And then gives you a 1/1 every turn. This is going to be a lightning rod for removal. 3 for a 1/2. Yuck. But when it dies, it deals 5 damage randomly split between adjacent enemies. This is a bad card. 4 for a 4/4 at the start of your turn. Gain +1/+1. He's not a god, so Zeus can't boost him. But he does grow. This is another lightning rod for removal as well. This can get out of hand, but a lot of the removal deals like 3 or 4 damage, or just straight up deletes things. I think I like the Arachne. These are both good cards, but again, the god goes well with what Zeus wants to do. Blademaster, Scylla, and Tomb Warden. Blademaster is a very good card. This is a staple in Constructed decks. 7 for a 4/7 is pretty okay, but he's got charge, which means he doesn't suffer from summoning sickness. He can attack right away, and then Warcry, when he enters the battlefield, heals you for 3. This is a pretty good card in Constructed. 3 for a 1/2, that's terrible. When Scylla kills a unit, gain +3/+0 until the end of your next turn. So basically, when Scylla kills, this is a bad card. Tomb Warden, this is a nice card. 4 for a 1/2 is kind of shitty, but like after the fact, it becomes a 6/5. So it becomes one of these cards where like your opponent, if they can't deal with the 6/5, which is relatively difficult to deal with, they might not want to remove this at first, so you might get a couple of pot shots in, and then it turns into a 6/5 once they finally kill it. And then if they're not able to stack their like removal and then get rid of it after they pop it, then you get like at least a turn of swinging with the 6. But the Blade Master, I think, is a bigger impact. Blade Master, always a card I want to play. Gladiator, 4 for a 4/4 that makes your leader ability free. So right now it costs 2 mana to give a god +1/+1. Right now Arachne's my only god. But if we get Gladiator, that becomes free. And he's a 4/4. This is one of my favorite cards. I really like this card. I think there's a lot of benefit here. Baboon! 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 I like the fact that this card is called Baboon. Other than that, it's not my favorite. 6 for a 3/7, still not in love with it. Guard basically makes it so that you put it next to your summoning stone and then characters can't actually attack that summoning stone. They kind of get blocked out. So I like the idea here, but I not my favorite. 6 for a 6/5 that when a unit dies, you gain +2/+2. This is a solid card. 6 for a 6/5 is almost good enough, and then +2/+2 when another creature dies. That's pretty sweet. But Gladiator, man, I always like Gladiator. This is one of the cards that I almost always select. 4/4 is a nice enough body. It's going to deal some damage. It's going to take some damage. And then if you get one turn with a free Zeus ability, or whatever your card may be, because this is a neutral card, that's all well and good. I like this a lot. I'm going to take that one. More rares. 5 for a 3/6, War Behemoth. When it's damaged, draw a card. This is pretty solid. Nice card advantage. 6 is a lot of HP. So again, this card is frequently seen in Constructed. Ascension. Return all units to their owner's hands. This is a nice one. Now remember when I was talking about Bologna having trouble getting to the late game? This is a nice control card that would work out well for Bologna. 5 is a little steep. If it was 4, I think I'd like it a little bit more. But what this does is this is really strong. I don't know how it interacts with zombies, but zombies, either way, zombies are in a bad spot. Either they just get deleted or they get returned to the player's hand, at which point you got to play them. This is good specifically against Opwash. It's not a bad look right now. I don't think I need it. Don't forget, it's also going to wash away all of the like the interaction between +1/+1s and all that stuff. Theoretically, I think that should go away. So Ascension's a good way to reset the board. 3 Deathbringer, double the base attack of a friendly unit. Cool, sure. I don't hate this card, but I love War Behemoth. Draw a card, pick me now. That's what that says. Ooh, we have a big deal cards here. Big deal cards here. We got a god again. This can be interacted with Zeus. 7 for a 7/6. Ooh, 7 mana. When it comes in, it pulls an enemy to you and stuns them. This is a nice card. So you put an Ares down. Warcry, he pulls somebody towards you. He himself does not have charge. But your other units might have the ability to attack whoever he pulls, and then they're stunned, so they can't actually respond, which is kind of nice. Calder works with Scotty's 2 for a 2/2. He becomes a 3/3 if there's a Scotty in play. And then Brute, 7 for a 7/6 that takes 2 less damage every time he's attacked. I like Brute. I honestly do like Brute, despite the fact that he's relatively expensive, but 7 for a 7/6 with Protect 2 versus 7 for a 7/6 with Pull an enemy stunned to you. So this is just an ET. This is just when he enters the battlefield, and this is when, you know, every turn. But you can buff this guy, making him very dangerous. I think Brute is the better card, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go Ares because this is fun. Let's try it out. I do think Brute's the better card. I should probably look towards Calder because my curve right now is relatively high. But if I'm taking another 7 mana card, I think, you know what? I think I am taking the Brute. This is just a better card than Ares. I'm taking this one. Nice. Low mana. This is what we need, baby. 3 for a 1/3. Not my favorite. Let's continue reading. Whenever you play a spell, deal 1 damage to random enemy. Love this card. Love this card. I love slinging spells. We don't have many in this deck. Can't pick this. 3 for a 1/2. Clay Soldier. Even less liking this. Deal 5 damage randomly split. We saw this guy before. Okay. And then another Gladiator. I think we take another Gladiator. Fury, Scion of Doom, and Basilisk. 6 for a 6/6. That is immune to return damage. What that means is when the Fury attacks and the enemy counterattacks, that's how every attack phase works. She receives no damage. Neat. 2 for a 1/2. Give a friendly unit +2/+0 until the end of turn. Scion of Doom, nice little guy. He's essentially more of a spell than an actual unit, but you'll actually get a little bit of a butt out of him, which is kind of nice. But this is really just saying, hey, my X creature is in position to attack. Let's give it +2/+0. Basilisk has synergy with beasts, which we have exactly 0 of. So 2 for a 2/2. I don't really care about. Fury, decent, not my favorite, but Scion of Doom, like I said, basically just a 2 mana, just 2 mana for +2/+0. And you also get a little unit out of it. I need to pay attention to my curve. Let's go with this. Deathbringer we saw before. Tomb Warden we saw before. Scylla we saw before. I think Scylla is just objectively a bad card, even with this Zeus nonsense. I just don't like Scylla. Tomb Warden is okay, and Deathbringer is okay. I think Deathbringer is fun for when you get to play Brute and then actually get to attack with him. Or, you know, one of these larger, I think I have another, I didn't take any, but, you know, getting 14 damage on a hit when everybody has 25 HP, not so bad. Deathbringer's kind of cute. Tomb Warden is nice. You know, it's like a 2 for 1. You're going to get at least a 2 for 1 for this, if not a 3 for 1. And Deathbringer is, you know, you're putting yourself in a position to get yourself 2 for 1. So I'm going to go with Tomb Warden. I think Deathbringer does have some playability level to it, but I like Tomb Warden a little bit better. Doomspeaker, 3 for a vanilla 3/4. Spartan, 4 for a 2/6. But all the members, all the friendlies around it have Protect 1, which again, you're reducing all of the basic attacks by 1. Neat. Positional, 4 for a 2/6. Not terrible. Weakening Curse. Set an enemy's attack to 1. Slam! This is beautiful. So far I have no removal whatsoever. And in general, removal is good and limited. And me personally will always slam removal. So when you're faced with, you know, an enemy's Blade Master or an enemy's Brute, or an enemy's even like a 5-power creature that's really just screwing you up, you want to get rid of it. If you don't have the tools to get rid of it, like I don't have the tools to get rid of anything right now, boom, just neutralize them. They're still able to attack for 1, but it's a lot better than getting slammed in the face for 7 when you have no removal. These cards are okay at best. This card is not the greatest. It's not straight removal. You're still using a card to set yourself up to take care of the card, but this can help you in a pinch. And where 8 cards in, no removal, give me Weakening Curse, please and thank you. Here is removal. I'm going to slam this, but let's look at the others. Ascensus, 3 for a 2/4. If adjacent to a friendly, attacks at all adjacent enemies. That's pretty sweet. Cleave damage is very good in this game. 3 for a 2/4. I like the stats that this offers. And Inferno Cannon, 2 for a 2/3. Attacks knock enemy tiles back 1 tile. This is decent enough. This is good if you're going for a defensive-oriented deck or a control-oriented deck. You can keep the enemy away from the Summoning Stone. But this, boom. Who's troubling us? Is it, do they have a troublesome Awilish? Awilish is immune to damage on the first shot. Bang, she's dead. Is there a troublesome Hebo? Bang, he's dead. Like, Deicide, 4 mana to just kill some shit. I'll take it. It does have to be a god, but I will take it. Another Gladiator. Whenever another friendly dies, draw a card. I like this. Again, draw a card. Pick me, please. This is kind of that translation. Always kind of going to enjoy that one. And I also have the option of another Arachne. Nacom Warrior and Arachne are both interesting. But especially since I take that little Rook Egg. Scion of Doom. No, I take the 1/1 that turns into a 5/6. Yeah, Tomb Warden. Cards like this really enable Nacom Warrior. If I'm able to play multiple of these and be able to, you know, have the Nacom Warrior, this is nice. Side note, the Mayan stuff that I was talking about, having zombies around, card draw machine. I love drawing card draw. I love drawing cards. Gladiator again, I already have 2. I wouldn't mind a third. 4 for a 4/4 that makes this free. I'm down. I'm always down for another god because right now I just have 1. So really deciding between here, in all honesty. Pick 10 out of 25. I'm going to go with another Arachne. I will go with another Arachne, but I want to pick up a Daycom Warrior. Hopefully I see another one before the end of the draft. Spells. Love this. Judgment. 2 mana to deal 2 damage to a unit. If you control 2 or more gods, which I won't at this point, deal 4 damage instead. 1 to teleport a unit on the battlefield. This is pseudo removal. If you guys are new to the idea of the tactics board, you know, characters have to physically walk up to your summoning stone. Teleporting it away will buy you 1 turn at very least, if not 2, if you have some sort of like tactic to deal with it. So again, not removal, but it will buy you a turn. Judgment, on the other hand, very easily can be removal. I don't know how feasible it is to have this secondary trigger. 2 gods. I only have 2 gods in my entire deck. Will they both be on the map at the same time? It's a different story. 2 mana for 2 damage. Okay. Here's what I need, though. This is normally I would be taking this. Normally I would take this. I like this a lot, but I need small creatures. 2 damage, 2 mana for a 1/2. Not my favorite. But whenever a friendly god enters the battlefield, you're able to go ahead and it gains +1/+0. Good enough. A lot of times you're going to play this. And if I'm able to get like a 3 mana or a 4 mana god, this will start as a 1/2. They won't use anything to remove it, and it will just be a 2/2 or a 3/0 or a 3/2 rather. Not a great card. I think I am going to take Judgment over it. I've talked myself out of it, but I do need to start paying attention to smaller creatures like Sign of Doom. Again, nice one. Surtur is also pretty sweet, but 5. Deal 4 damage to all units that are not gods. Board wipe. Reset. This is nice, but again, I have to pay attention to the smaller creatures. We're 12 and 25 so far. This is alluring. I do want a board clear, just in case. Especially since it seems like my curve is a little bit heavier than I anticipated. However, cards like Surtur. Surtur is a 1/4. And when you put it next to creatures, it buffs them, gives them +1/+0, all well and good. It also has Charred, which lets it attack out of the gate. We already discussed Sign of Doom, which is basically a spell. I think I can forgo the board. Oh man, board wipes are just so powerful. Yeah, I think I got that are not gods. Yeah, because right now I have Arachnes, and I as a Zeus, I want to stack gods because of all my +1/+1 power. So I think I'm going to take Divine Vengeance. I think Sign of Doom or Surtur. Surtur is probably the best choice here, but I do want the option because my curve is tilted late game, and so if it's turns 5, turn 6. And they just are flooding the board, and I am way behind because my characters are higher mana cost. Divine Vengeance will help me out, so I think Surtur is a better choice in general. But for my situation, I'm going to take Divine Vengeance. Divine Intervention King with us. 2 to draw 2 random gods from your deck. Neat. Arges. He's got 1 eye. Look at that, I'm poking it. Whenever a friendly god enters the battlefield, draw a card. 3 for 1/3. Don't love this, but I love draw a card. And Fanway is 5 for a 6/2. It's immune to enemy spells. This sucks. 2 is just too small. It's good. It's immune to enemy spells. That's pretty nice, but it's just somebody's going to run something into it and just delete it. And for 5 mana, that's a little rough. If this is 4 mana, I like it. If this is 4 mana, I probably take this every time. 5 mana, I never take this. Very interesting card. 3 for the 1/3. Whenever a friendly god enters the battlefield, draw a card. I like this. This tutors up 2 random gods from your deck, but this is just pure card draw. 3 for a 1/3. 3 is a nice size butt. I think 4 is kind of perfect, but 3 is pretty nice. 1 power, sure. Wish it was more. But again, I wouldn't mind a smaller creature, and this works out for me. This is not a bad card, but I need more bodies. Here's bodies. Hades is a god. Shouts to Zeus. While in play, enemy gods cost 1 more. 5 for 2/6. Don't love this. Basilisk gives beast stuff. Discover a god. Now this I like. This will basically just let you pick a god out of thin air. 2 mana, you're mine. 5 for a 4/4 that lets you draw cards. This is the one that I said I wanted when I took the other creature. 3 for the 1/2 that deals 5 damage. Bad. Sanctuary 3. Give a friendly immune. Damage. It is immune to damage and it cannot be killed until your next turn. Don't care. This is going to buy you a turn. You can't use it in... Like, you have to preemptively do this. So your opponent just sits there and goes, okay, I won't do what I wanted to do. And I'll wait till next turn and I'll do it. So this, I don't really care about this. Nacon Warrior it is. I wish this was cheaper, but whatever. 2 for a 2/2 that gains +0/+1. I like White Tiger. I'll tell you that right now. Sentry Ward lets you draw cards from your opponent's deck. And there's another Ares. Easy. This is White Tiger. It's just a 2/2. Like, I'll take a bear whenever I can. Hooray. Draw cards from your opponent's deck is all nice and well and good. But I need help on my bottom end of the curve. So we're going to hit up the White Tiger. Excuse me. 3 for a 3/2. When it dies, draw a card. Sweet. I like this more than I don't. 3 power is relevant. You can, and because of the afterlife, you're going to want to run this into stuff. A lot of times when you have like a 3/2 or a 3/1, you're kind of sitting there like, this is an aggressive card. I want to attack, but I don't want to get destroyed too quickly. Well, this card is one that you don't really care. You're like, hey, let's swing for 3. And if I die, I get a card. Awesome. I like this. 3 for a 2/4. Whenever you play a spell, gain +1/+0 and take no return damage this turn. This is a dope card, but I do not have enough spells to really like warrant it. And I don't like Calder. So 3 for the 3/2 draw card versus Imperial Guard. Again, wish I had more spells. I'm going to go with Departed Warrior. Ascension, that's the board, pseudo board wipe. It puts everything in the owner's hands. Satyr Pathfinder. Opponent can only play 1 card a turn. This is nice as the game gets later. But 4, but not my favorite. 7 for a 4/7 with the Warcry. Again, Blade Master, very good card in general. Staple of Constructed. Definitely something that you kind of want around. Ascension is nice. But I have Divine Vengeance, which will sort of do the same thing. So with that in mind, I think I'd take the Blade Master again. 4/7 is just a really hard to deal with creature. Healing, incidental healing is fine. I'm never going to say no to healing, but I don't want to pay for it. And I feel like 7 for a 4/7 charge is a little expensive, but I don't really care. Divine Intervention. Chieftain, 6 for a 6/5. When it friendly dies, gain +2/+2. And then, baboon! Yeah, this is the guy. 6 for a 6/5. Not my favorite, but this is basically 6 for an 8/7 a lot of the time. You're going to play this when you know you're going to trade out. So basically you have a situation where I have the 3/2 and I'm going to kill something with 3 toughness and 2 power. They both trade. I play Chieftain beforehand, so it procs on that turn and becomes an 8/7. I like Chieftain. A little expensive, but I like it. Gallus gives adjacent friendlies immune enemy spells. 4 for a 2/6. Okay. 3 for a 1/3. Again, spell ping. Nemesis. When you play it, half an enemy unit's health and add the removed amount to Nemesis. This is cute. This is pseudo removal. This is a god that you can sort of boost. I like this card. Let's take it. Hive. It's a structure. So these are interesting. These are cards that you drop on the battlefield. You're usually going to shove it in the corner, and they have some sort of global effect. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to all adjacent units. This is bad. There are options that give all creatures charge and stuff like that. Those are good examples. This, you want to put behind enemy lines, and then hopefully they don't kill it. It only has 2 HP, and when it starts, it deals 1 single damage to everything around it. Maybe if there's a bunch of zombies someplace, but then they're able to just turn around and kill it. I don't like this card. I don't think this is good whatsoever. Spartan and then the Touch of Midas again. Yeah, I mean, 4 for the 2/6, nice defensive butt, but let's talk about discovering gods and boosting them that way. 3 more to go. Chaos Spawn is the thing here. A 6 for the 6/6, it's immune to return damage, not a bad card. Brute, okay, but 3 for a 2/3 that silences an enemy. Anybody that has something scary, things like Arachne, right? Anything that is having a bad, anything that has a non-war cry that you want to shut down. Chaos Spawn, again, this is sort of like Scion of Doom. This is a spell. This is 3 mana, silence an enemy. P.S. You get a 2/3. I will take this every single time. Ooh, we got another god here. 5 for the 2/8. Whenever this unit takes damage, gain 3+0. This is not a bad card. This is an okay card. Not my favorite card, but it's okay. Again, 3 for a 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Sign me up. 6 for a 6/5 that's immune to enemy spells. So again, removal is not going to do this. They have to take care of it by way of creatures. So if this was not a god, I think I go Harpy. But because I can boost this, like I said, I'm always afraid of boosting creatures, gods, beasts, whatever. Units, I'm afraid of boosting units by way of spells, like pretend this is positive, or by way of leader abilities because you're spending 2 mana. Because if I play a character, if I play a card that costs 4 mana, and then I use a second card that costs 3 mana to give it power, and then I play a second card that costs 2 mana to give it something else, and then I use 2 mana on my power, on my player, on my leader skill, right? That's a slew of mana and 4 cards that I'm using that they can just go destroy target unit, and it just deletes it, right? I don't like that. You are setting yourself up to be in a bad spot. Nike, on the other hand, immune to enemy spells. Can't get targeted by a spell to go ahead and make it delete, right? It has to be the way your opponent has to deal with this, either by running something into it that can kill it, or by going ahead and using a card. You can't deicide it, for example. You have to go ahead and use a card like send all of the enemy cards to your hand, or deal 4 damage to all units that are not gods. Pretend like, you know, even if it doesn't, because it doesn't target it. This is a big deal. Or actually, can't. No, that's completely false. Even stuff that doesn't target it will not matter because it's immune to enemy spells. So this is even better than I'm leading on. And you can go ahead and put your +1/+1 every turn. Not be afraid. Nike can get out of control. Slam. 0 to remove all crowd controls from a friendly and give them +0/+2. Not bad. CC is one thing, but giving it +0/+2 for 0 mana. Interesting. Heavenly Agility is a nice ramp spell, and then 4 for a 2/4. Target friendly gains protect 1. If the card gets a god, protect 2. I don't love Aphrodite. I think her butt is too small. I think that just this is a weird ability. Purification is okay. None of these cards super excite me, if I'm really real. This is my second to last pick, which is kind of funny. Man, this is the worst pick of the whole 25 card draft, honestly. Purification is probably the way to go here. Heavenly Agility. I feel like having one spell that ramps you in a deck is not super good. You want that part of an overall strategy. Having one ramp spell out of 25 cards is just, I guarantee I will draw this at turn 9. And I'll just be super fucked. So, if you're not building an overall strategy or have multiple ramp cards, this doesn't really excite me. Aphrodite, Protect 1 is not that interesting to me. Plus, she's going to be killed pretty easily. Sure, I'm Zeus, but I'm not a fan. I have 3 other gods. I have 3 other gods, maybe 4? Yeah. Nike, 2 Arachnes, and a Nemesis. So, the chances of me getting the +2 is not a big deal. I'll go Purification. And that's our draft. So, we're going to go ahead and we'll play. And we'll see what happens. Let's figure it out. As far as the draft is concerned, I am okay with my curve. I think this is an average deck. I'm not expecting to win too much. Also, I'm relatively new to the game, so that will impact things as well. But thanks for watching the draft. we'll follow up with a secondary video actually playing the games. Thanks for watching. Leave me your comments and questions and anything else you want to see that you think can be improved about these videos or whatever the hell. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, wait. I have an outro. Yeah, I'll do that. Boom. Oh, wait. No. Boom, 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 after. That's it. That's the outro. Peace.